What is going on, guys? Can you hear me loud and clear? We have sound. We have picture. You guys are in. King Shadow, Diamond, Lucius, Anime Fan, Cray, Dwayne Johnson, George. Thank you guys for coming back. Thanks for returning. I don't know what the fuck that was, but we're just gonna move on. Now, instead of doing that like I planned, sometimes things don't go according to plan, but I have a bunch of consoles on standby, so Gamecube was the next option. So I was like, you know, it's been a while since I've done a port of Resident Evil that isn't the PS1 version. I love playing the actual, you know, physical from the collection on stream. So this is Resident Evil 2 on the GameCube. It is a rare item. I got this in the summer of 2009, sealed. Obviously, I opened it because I actually wanted to play it. Back then, it was only $30 to get it sealed. Now, it's not so much that price. But, again, it is for the reason I'm playing today is, you know, just to actually have the copy. And back then, you know, I wanted to play the GameCube edition because I only had Resident Evil 3. This doesn't have any special port, special mode like the Dreamcast that has Expert and Nightmare. This just is more like the PS1 in terms of the modes, but you do get the Extreme Battle mode, which was, you know, a great little addition to have on here. And, of course, the ability to skip cutscenes, which is actually nice. You know, something that the GameCube actually did. Now, obviously, now a lot of people run this on Dolphin. There's the HD update, you know, the HD Resident Evil 2 and 3. So there's better ways of playing it, but without actual technical problems that could always happen and plague your stream, playing this on, you know, a GameCube controller on a GameCube is always fun to do. So without further ado, let's just hope and cross our fingers that there won't be any problems. What's up, Nick, fellow YouTube member? I had all my members here. Then I had to restart stuff, so I'm sorry. Hope people got the memo and that, you know, we are here now. We are here trying to, there we go. And the GameCube edition looks great. Even without the HD, you know, mods, obviously, it still looks, you know, the textures aren't as HD and up-res and everything. So that is going to be the definitive version, is going to be like the emulator stuff and the stuff that they run on Dolphin, which, again, has been streamed here before on the channel. But it'll be cool to, you know, check this out on GameCube, which I don't know the last time I actually played this on a legit GameCube. I couldn't tell you. I played on PS1, on my PS1 console on here all the time on the channel. But, yes, let's get hype. We got some RE2 as this thing keeps going into sleep mode. So we're going to do Leon. Here we go. They changed the guy's narration to the guy that does all the all the GameCube ones. Alright, we're gonna do Leon A. Hope you're doing well, Nick. What is your favorite version of Resident Evil 2 to play? Mine is either PS1 or Dreamcast. Yeah, George, it's between those two. I want to say just obviously PS1 because of the nostalgia of it and just, you know, but the Dreamcast because of how smooth it runs too.
Disaster had been caused by the T virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use in bioweapon experiments.
Bioweapon experiments. We'll probably let this intro roll just for old time's sake. We're kicking off the Halloween season with some RE live streaming. Some classic Resident Evil. It is the week of Raccoon City, after all, so we might as well celebrate. Am I using an upscaler for the GameCube? No, I'm not. I'm just plugging it in through a HD, you know, pretty much a converter from 480. So I'll see how it looks on here. If I have to adjust any lighting or anything, I can do that. So far, so good. But again, it's not going to be as clean or HD as the Dolphin.
Guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite me?
Got the voodoo ready.
Man, what a mess. What could have done this? What was that? What are these things? All right, that's far enough. Don't move! Don't move. No! What's up with that guy? That was a clean hit. I'm running out of ammo here.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down! We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There!
Invisible Loop's got the right idea. Join some Takis while watching the awesome stream. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. Yeah, there is a storm. A lot of people are talking about a storm that's passing. Hope everyone's safe.
What's going on? I arrived in town and
Radio's
the whole place
out.
went insane.
The radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
Yeah, first day on the job. Great.
So yeah, so many great ports of RE2.
Nice to meet you.
I own
Mine's
most of
Claire.
them, actually,
Claire Redfield.
or all of them.
I came to find my brother Chris.
The only one I need, or as far as like the ports, you know. Thought the characters were life like way back. Yeah, I remember. Same thing with Siphon Filter. You know, you see the cutscenes, you're like, wow, these graphics. You know, it's like,
Sure.
little did we know
There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you.
where it would go. And there's a zombie Leon in the back seat. What the hell's that about? Come on.
You okay?
Still in one piece.
Maniac's gonna ram
Why'd he bite me?
Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
And we are Leon A, as voted on by the chat room. This is Leon A. Halloween Ends, I'm avoiding the trailers. I'm avoiding discussion about it, basically. I'm trying to go in with, nothing.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Hold your fire! I'm a human!
Sorry about that. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I don't have a clue. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
Yeah, trailers nowadays just give away too much. That's why I'm just kind of, you know, waiting it out. Waiting it out. Hopefully, Lucius. We'll see. I'm not gonna worry about, I'm not gonna be worried about, if it happens or not. But if it does, awesome. And yes, I would like to stream it as soon as I can, the RE Village DLC. Brought out the Gamecube. Oh yeah, Gamecube is out, my friend. Was trying the Dreamcast and it wasn't really working in my favor, so here we are on the Gamecube. Watching or playing these games once again is great, but nothing beats yourself as a kid playing them for the first time. That's a good point. You know, I think it's like, you know, you always remember playing them those first times, trying over and over again, you know? Trying and failing. Like, I was just playing through Siphon Filter too, you know, and I have, like, kind of the same connection with those games as I do the Resident Evil games. And it's like, I just remember, you know, like, how you fail the mission and stuff like that, and, like, you try over and over again. Like, I remember trying that stuff for the first time, and it was just so challenging. Like, what's up, B5? Right in the bus. Yeah, the RE2 remake was cool to go back and revisit. What's up, Christine? You did not miss much. In fact, you missed probably the worst attempt at me trying to get something to work that was not meant to work tonight. So you're in at a good time, where we're just starting Leon A, which was voted on by you guys in the chat. So thank you. Movie posters spoil a lot. Yeah, I agree. Between that and trailers. Ah, I forgot about you in the corner here. GameCube was a great console. I think it was Nintendo's last greatest console, you know, in my opinion. As far as when the graphics were, you know, just on another level, when they were still competing with everything else. And hopefully that will change with the new Switch. Yeah, the few months of assessing over a game as a kid, says Nick, to Sashi, I don't know how to even pronounce that, S-A-C-C-I. But to that point of playing those games for the first time and trying to learn them and trying to build up the confidence to get through certain things, you know? Thoughts on the RE titles on Nintendo for the cloud? Well, at first, I reported the news and I was saying, oh yeah, this will be, you know, a cool thing for people to try out if they tested it, you know, and then I actually, you know, was hearing all reports of the demo having problems, you know, with the internet connection and you know, the castle demo not really being able to run. And it was a bummer. You know, I just think that they really should have just waited for a newer Switch before bringing it out there. That's a no-go. You know what I mean? The Steam Deck is a better way, and that's right. What Anime Fan literally just said. The Steam Deck that's the way to go if you're gonna do that. Trying to push that thing, man, is just not worth it. You know, not on that streaming thing. It's cool that people can finally play it on Nintendo, but not cool that they're playing it in a crappy way. You know. So I really hope that they have some kind of edition that isn't cloud when the new Switch comes out, because they re-release these games all the time. At first it seemed like it could work. I mean, xCloud seems to work pretty good with streaming, but you have to have a good internet connection, you know? So.
Not long after that, all this started to happen.
Hang in there.
Don't worry about me.
I said that because I'm feeling very nostalgic these days. Don't know why, but I miss being a kid playing things over and over again without giving a damn. Yeah, I think that's what kind of brings us back to everything. You know, just kind of going back to playing these games over and over again. It kind of holds on to that memory, even though some of them are, you know, long gone or it's been years. You know, I think replaying all this stuff is what makes it, you know, always fun and addicting. So, what's up, Harley Scholes? Wish you would have got a Marvin story. I know, right? People were saying they really wanted a Marvin No Way Out, or like a Ghost Survivor scenario, which that would have been really crazy. But we never got it. Oh, Christine, hope it helps. Hope you can relax. But yeah, being kind of like nostalgic for that. Oh yeah, we got the submachine gun and the rocket launcher. We rock the submachine gun. What do you think we should rock, guys? We do have options here. I do have all this shit unlocked on this edition, but... Or do we play legit with the ammo? We'll see what the chat decides. A standalone hunk game. Yo! What's up, Nuji? Says, hey, Tony. What's up, brother? Got the date for the new Resident Evil Challenger meetup. Yeah, I know. The hair is growing out long. I'll probably be cutting it eventually. We'll see when I'm not being lazy. Knife only challenge. Hell no. You want this thing to end? Oh, look at that. Can I snap that real quick? Play legit. $4.99 says Purple Orb. Alright, we're playing legit. We'll keep the infinite stuff in the box. And now, we avoid the zombie hands. Taken straight out of Night of the Living Dead. Appreciate that. Disappointed that's not iced tea. I know, right? I gotta make that Wawa run. I should have did that earlier today, but I was like trying to... The best part is I ended up having to get new AV cables for the Dreamcast, set up the Dreamcast, and the fucking memory cards are corrupted. So I can't even load my Nightmare Mode save. Like, it just kept failing on stream. I'm so happy, like, you know, I just kind of stopped that while I was ahead. But the Dreamcast works. That's the good news. And thank you, Purple Orb, again for the super chat. Appreciate that. All right. June 17th, 2023 is the next RA Challenger meetup. It's set. Deadski. Yeah, that's going to be the new meetup date, and that is that's cool. So now we can start closing in on getting all that stuff kind of booked up, and I'm looking forward to another summer trip. You know, it's going to be really cool. It's just going to be a really good time, and hopefully to meet some of you guys there, because I know all of our fans kind of cross, so. Let's see here. Christine says, is this not just one of the best games ever made? Like, ever? So much love for RE2. I mean, yeah, it really is. I mean, it's just a classic. I think it kind of goes hand in hand with why we always go back to it, because it brings us back to the simpler times, but also the simpler times within the franchise before it was, you know, however many games deep, you know what I mean, and total spin-offs and main sequels. So there's going to be Marvin Studios. Yeah, RE7 will probably be next. I'm also going to try to do RE Village and get the platinum before the DLC trophies get up there. It's here. It says, if you guys haven't heard, checked out Ant's latest podcast with Andy. It says Nuji. It says it's dope. Yes, check it out. Really appreciate it. I like how it pauses for me too. Really appreciate the kind words, man. That was a really fun show to do. I'm really happy to do it with Andy, and it was a long time coming. And yeah, I'm really excited. People seem to be really enjoying that show, so I think it's safe to say that, you know, shows like that will be coming around more often, where we can kind of, you know, bounce stuff off of each other. Like I said, I want to try to get a round table figured out between us, you know. That'll be something that we'll work on. Anime Fan wants Dino Crisis on the Dreamcast. He says it's legit. It is. That the last time I streamed Dino Crisis, actually, which I think it was last year, I streamed it on the Dreamcast. So that was the best, in my opinion. That's the best. That's the best version of that. Let's see. Where's it going to be at? The UK meetup. It's probably going to be at the same venue last time, but I'm not sure. I don't know yet. It's going to be probably in London again, I would imagine, but I would say it's the same place, I think, which I forget the name exactly off the top of my head, but Nuji also says, am I hyped for Village of Shadows or not too bothered? Or Shadows of Rose, he meant to say. Yeah, Shadows of Rose. Village of Shadows, this sounds good too. I am excited. I would say I would really, you know, like to go through it again in third person. I think that would be great. Okay, same venue in East London. There you go. So that's where it's going to be. Subscribe to Resident Evil Challenger. Good, Purple Herb. And Purple Herb's right. Hit that like button. Hit the thumbs up. I'm just trying to catch up to the comments here, and then we'll continue. A walkthrough of you playing Dead Rising on 360. So, Harley, I've actually done that before for the 10th anniversary of 10-year anniversary of Dead Rising. Me and my friend Dave, who is Aceful Fame Gaming, he's also a member, YouTube member as well. Me and him actually played through it all in the past. We played through 1, we played through 2, and Cased West. Would I like to redo it again? Absolutely. I love Dead Rising. In fact, I've only liked it more and more throughout the years. So, you know, it's something I'll always like to do. So, again, because I've done it before. It's in the playlist. If you look at the playlist, the Let's Play archive, it's in there. But yeah, it's Dead Rising is one of those games that I definitely, when it first, you know, was released, I played it and I did enjoy it and I thought it was a fun game, but I definitely wasn't good at it. And I thought the time stuff was like, you know, just challenging. But then I ended up really enjoying that part of it. Lost Planet, I actually wouldn't mind playing Lost Planet because it does have some kind of horror elements in there, but I love Lost Planet when it came out. I thought I was just talking about that with my friends the other day when we were having like a little LAN party, and it was like a throwback, but like Lost Planet, you know, it's on there, and Lost Planet is like, it was so much fun on the multiplayer. The story was so much fun. Yeah, it's just such a good time to kind of look back on that stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I also fucked that up big time. $10 super chat from Nick, though. RE2 junkie right here, fam. Hell yeah. Lost Planet live stream when? See, that's the thing. I would love to set that up. I just don't know. I just don't know when I would actually want to do that, because there's so much other ones that I want to do, like Silent Hill 3. Like Nuji's playing Silent Hill 3. So check out that stream. I think, when are you going live? You're going live next Tuesday or next Monday, I think, or something like that. Silent Hill 3, I've never fully played. I started to do a Let's Play, and it was kind of abandoned in the wake of like the whole Resident Evil 3 remake stuff. I will be playing Callisto Protocol in December, though, so I will be live streaming that immediately as soon as that comes out. In fact, that's again, that is like right there on the list. But if I can get that, I don't even know if they have any kind of program to see if like people can get their hands on that game or a review copy, but I would love to try to do that for the Callisto Protocol. That'd be amazing. Haunting Ground on PS2, I like to play. I mean, there's so much possibilities. You know, Dead Space won the poll last time. Silent Hill 3 was literally creeping up by a couple votes. I mean, Silent Hill 3 almost won the last poll. That was like me playing on another game that isn't Resident Evil, and Dead Space ended up winning. I finished Dead Space. Now the next poll, it seems like Silent Hill 3 might win, but I don't know, because I can put other games on there, you know what I mean, that will kind of play into kind of that demand of people want me to see this. So all the above, everything we talked about, the possibilities there. Callisto Protocol is definitely happening. Dead Space Remake is definitely happening. These are all things that are going to be done after the Village coverage in October, and obviously there'll be a little bit of a down period between then and Resident Evil 4, so there'll still be coverage and news to cover, like, as they release stuff. But I will definitely be playing other survival horror games like I have been this year. Tormented Souls was the first one that kind of kicked everything up. And here we go with already getting bitten there right from the start. Darcy says, I own RE2 on Sega Dreamcast and Code Veronica on Gamecube. Those are some good titles to have. Can't wait to see more 60 frames per second FMVs in this game, says Ryan. Eakins. Yeah, I think, or is that RE3? What do you mean, like the 60? You mean on the, like, Dolphin? For GameCube? I think they do it on both, or they have the HD edition on both. You ever thought about doing a watch-along of your upcoming film on this channel or other channel? A film watch-along on here? It's possible. I would say it's definitely possible. I think it's one of those things where, with the fan film, because there's copyright or copywritten music and stuff like that, it's going to get claimed and stuff, and I'd rather just kind of keep that separate, not on the channel. That's why I haven't like done a trailer thing and shown you the trailer on here, because I don't want it to get, you know, I don't want it, like if the film channel gets it, the film channel isn't monetized as of now, so it's okay. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's why I haven't done anything like that. But Patreon and YouTube members will be getting the film tomorrow night, so I will be uploading the short film early, and it will be specifically for, you know, it'll be an unlisted link for you guys to check it out. So yes, that is happening. We got 10 CHF. We got 10 pounds. I'm assuming it's pounds. Big love to my man Tony and everyone at LTRE. My currency is Swiss francs, as I'm currently out in Switzerland filming. Oh, okay. So there we go. You're out in Switzerland filming. Well, that's awesome, man. Thank you so much for the donation. Really appreciate it, man. Good luck filming. It's good to see you always staying busy, doing what you love to do. And yeah, dude, kill it with the project. Do it. Get it done. And yeah, much love to RE Challenger, and it's just so great to see another meetup come together all the time. Like what we always mention on the show, like just it's so cool how much it impacts everyone and how, you know, it brings everyone together. And the meetup is definitely a true image of that, you know, of just like what makes everyone happy and how we like to chat and just play games and have a few drinks and just talk about the stuff we love to talk about, which is Resident Evil and gaming and films and everything in between. So, oh damn, how do I see the short film again? Well, the short film is going to be on my film channel, but I will also post a link on here too, because I am trying to promote it. Once it's out, I'm obviously going to share the link and stuff like that. I'll share it in the community tab. But yeah, it's go time. You know, there's a lot of excitement that I have for this thing. I think it's the best work that I've done, and I'm gonna give you a link to the teaser, which obviously is the channel, so you can Resident Evil theme. Not yet. Eventually it'll be here. Switzerland is expensive, especially, and the British pound is fucked at the moment. LOL. Damn, man. Yeah, that's crazy. You know, like the first time I had to deal with different currency was, you know, when I went over to the UK like that, and yeah, it was definitely different for sure to deal with that. Thankfully, it wasn't a problem to just use the card and then it just came up on there like it wasn't an issue, but I could see how that could be a big problem going all around and seeing the different expenses and currency. It's a lot. Harley, my thoughts on the RE Netflix show is, well, it wasn't that good. It means if you come over here next year, you guys will be living out here like billionaires. Yeah, hopefully we can, you know, also save some money on like the flights and, you know, the place we want to stay at, you know, our hotel of choice. Let's see. Some more handgun ammo. Nick just watched the trailer of the film. Hell yeah. Yeah, I got a whole podcast on it. Yeah, I got a whole podcast on the Netflix stuff. So I would say check that out. Check out the video review I did. I did a short and sweet video review as well if you don't want to listen to the whole thing. But it wasn't very good. That's a TLDR. Disappointing lack of ant rage, though. Yeah, I know. I didn't, like... I wasn't screaming and yelling. I probably should have taken that up a notch, right? Damn it. Let's see here. What's your favorite part of Village? My favorite part of Village is probably the castle. I did like the exploration. I wish it was longer. And I wish there was more to it, you know? I think there was enough rage from enough people about it on the Netflix dumpster fire. There definitely was a lot on the internet. So yeah, I've started my second run of RE7 at the moment as I'm doing Madhouse run during the RE2 2022 challenge. Have you ever tried Madhouse before? So I have only tried it once and I've never really attempted it fully. I have only gotten like a quarter way through, and it's like it was so frustrating, man, to be honest with you, that I never actually attempted it. But now that I'm like trying to go back and get my platinums, you know, like get my trophy cleanup, kind of go back and do all the unlockables, and that one being, you know, I have it unlocked, but I have to go through it. Dude, I don't know. Like, I don't know, like, how I'm going to manage that, because it's pretty challenging. Nuji says, the more he plays Village, the less he likes it. He says RE7 feels like a much better Resident Evil game. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't disagree with that, honestly. I think, like, I definitely thought it was like RE7 at first kind of left me mixed, but then when you put RE7 next to Village or RE7 next to 8, just in that order and how it came out, like, I just thought 7 was definitely more grounded, and the enemies, while the molded weren't that, you know, innovative, and the Bakers were kind of like whatever to me personally, I still liked that it was more of a grounded Resident Evil game. The combat and the merchant stuff was obviously redefined in you know, Village, and we get that because that's all a blueprint for 4. So that will just go on, but it's, yeah, I don't know. You know, I am looking forward to playing it in third person and seeing it in that perspective, and, you know, seeing how the story wraps up. But Jack is one of my favorite villains, period. That's cool. I mean, I know a lot of people really, you know, took well to them when they came out, and again, it's one of those things where, like, I get it, especially when I was playing it on VR, because I was able to kind of experience it in a different way, where it really made me kind of understand why they made certain script changes when they did, and why they thought it was necessary to have, you know, Jack right in your face here, because it was all meant for the VR. So when I finally streamed it on VR earlier this year, it kind of put it in perspective of like, oh, okay, now I kind of get it. And it did make me appreciate RE7 in a different way, if that makes sense. So yeah, kind of weird, but I mean, you know, that's why like opinions can change over time, and I think it's like, you know, when you play the games in different ways and different lights and see it at different playthroughs, you're like, okay, you might end up liking one over the other, or, you know, the one before the most current one, you know, so. Dwayne Johnson's hype. Hoping third person will give it a whole different vibe. I think so. Harley says, I feel RE5 gets way too much hate, and it's one of my favorites next to 4. I actually really like RE5. I put a lot of time into RE5. It was one of my favorite co-op Resident Evil experiences ever. One of my favorite experiences on that gen ever. It was so much fun. Put so much time and effort into that thing. Still to this day, it's a fun co-op game to play. You know, like a fun co-op RE game to play. And I think it kind of works out when, you know, the mercenaries work so well and stuff like that. Yeah, the molded monsters really didn't do it for me, personally. But that's why the bakers were there to kind of hold that down. Izzy is going to try RE5. 1 healing item per chapter. Do you think that's actually possible? Is Izzy going to be on normal or professional? If it's normal, I feel like it's doable, but I feel like it's going to be a pain in the ass when Izzy gets to like the shooting enemies, because there's a lot of getting shot at in RE5, even more than 4. So that is really annoying. That I think it's doable, but I think it's going to be a pain in the ass as the game gets further along. I don't know. Normal? Okay. Normal. I feel like you could do... I don't know. That's a... Because I'm just thinking of RE5. Like, I'm just kind of going through the chapters in my head. I'm like, is that really doable? Because I feel like there is some chapters where you can easily get no damage, but... Oh, man. The ending part, though, with the island, the, you know, the boat parts and the marshlands, and oh my god, there's a lot of stuff in that. I think it'd be a pain. The ancient ruins. And the reapers and the mines. Oh, man. I don't know. It could be. I think it's possible. I think with the right loadouts, you know what I mean? I think you'll be okay. And I know there's body armor in that game and a melee vest, so if those are allowed, or if they get, you know, bought at whatever point, maybe that could... Maybe. Just maybe. Because that's the one thing that RE5 did add. Well, I know RE4 had a tactical vest that was only normal, but... Yeah, RE5 is a challenge sometimes, you know. If that was professional mode, that... I've heard people rage over the microphone you know, I remember I used to play with, like, you know, random people online to try to get certain things done in that game, and there was a guy that was just screaming and yelling over professional, like, I can't wait to trade in this game when I'm done this shit, like... Yeah, so I know professional can be a rager. That will be interesting. Yeah, it definitely will be interesting, man. I'm happy to hear that you're, you know, kind of gathering up all the switching it up, adding things, you know, attempting things that hasn't been done, you know, in the challenge circle before. So that's really cool. RE7 Madhouse, man. Like, that's... I don't even know. I've never actually streamed Madhouse, so that's obviously something that I might do in my, you know, platinum run. If I end up doing that on 7. Because like I said, I still have to get the Mercenaries Village grind done before the Village DLC comes out, which I would like to do. But... is Daniel Radcliffe not going to be Wolverine now? What the hell? Is that a thing happening right now? Murderer says, RE2 OG is my favorite game out of all the classics. It's cool to see you playing it, Ant. Hell yeah, man. I love going back and playing them on different consoles, and for you guys, you know, in different ways, whether it's a dice... I think the last time I did play this on the channel was the dice lock, so playing this like this is nice to just relax and play it. An RE7 Madhouse randomizer? Yeah, right. I gotta get past Madhouse first. Nuji says, Madhouse is a fucking nightmare. It is. It really is. I spent about 10 hours with 100 plus deaths on my practice run, and that's with a defense coin. Yeah, they really up the... That's definitely one of the hardest Resident Evil, like, modes, period, in terms of, like, a lot of the modes in the game. If you look at all of them, Madhouse, for some reason, they made that really challenging. So challenging. So, yeah, I don't even know. That's why that platinum might be impossible to get, but it just might take a while. People would like to see me suffer on Madhouse, and just like how, you know, your fans would want to see you suffer on that challenge, you know, just to see you try to, you know... It's like, yeah, they cheer when we, you know, we always beat our challenges here when we overcome, but, you know, they're going to see the trial over and over again, you know? And then they're going to be like, yes, when you finally get it. It's that build-up. It's like trying to climb these, like, mountains that are in your way. You're like, holy shit, how am I going to get through this? Then you finally do. And that practicing with Madhouse, that's, you know, that's a lot to try to get down in like a short time, right? So that's, I can't imagine that trying to get trimmed down at a certain time, because I feel like if I were to do Madhouse, like, I would probably just play it like how you're doing your practice run. I'll probably be 1,000 deaths in by however many hours, but at least I'll get there. But you're gonna have to do it in a timely fashion, so that's pretty rough. And I think you could do it. You just got to play through it, and I guess try to learn the best ways to, like, just run. Because I guess I guess you can't run in that mode. Like, what are you doing? Like, do you run past enemies, or do you just, like, have to take out everything? Like, I feel like you're limited on ammo because they already chopped that stuff in half. You're saying the four-legged molded are the worst. Yeah, the jumping enemies are annoying. What's up, Wiz? 2600. Ever play Alone in the Dark: The New Nightmare on the PS1 or Dreamcast, Ant? I actually have played it on the PS1, but it's funny you mention that because I do own it. A fresh copy on Dreamcast that I got probably like 5 months ago, probably. But I would like to play through it again on the channel. Something that can always be done. He said it generally could be a challenge killer. Four-legged molded run faster than you. That's, yeah, dude, that is just thinking about that, I'm like, oh my god, man. That is a challenge indeed. A Resident Evil game. They should be... Harley wants them to make a Resident Evil game in the hood. Says straight out of Raccoon City. Well, you never know. Stranger things have happened. We've had Leprechaun in space. We've had... we've had, the Leprechaun in the hood. Even Leprechaun was in the space and in the hood. Jason never went there. What's up, Masai? Jason in space. He only has to hit you 3 fucking times. Yo, Nick, the Heisenberg in the Village of Shadows is a pain in the ass. That is definitely the hardest part of that whole thing. Jason was in Space and X. Yes, he was. In J-Sonks. Let me actually pick this up. All right. We're obtaining the spark plugs. Thank you guys for coming in here tonight. So we got 50 people in here, but only 35 likes. Let's get the likes up. Hit that thumbs up, guys. Thanks for coming in. We never got Leprechaun in college. No, we got Ghoulies in college, right? Ghoulies went to college, but he never went to college. Shame. I think Derek Mears did do a really good job, and I finally was able to meet him a couple Monster Manias ago. He was finally there, and I got him to sign my Friday the 13th poster, and yeah, it was cool to meet him. He was just a genuine guy. I feel like he never really got a fair shot, because like a lot of the studio stuff and all the film stuff that didn't happen really wasn't his fault, you know? It was out of his control. He was ready to play. Hell yeah, Zvitterman. I'm excited for both of them. I'll be streaming both of them, so stay tuned for that. Yep, Ghoulies went to college. Messiah says it's almost spooky season. It pretty much is already. I know it's the end of September, but it pretty much is. The weather's already breaking. It's already fall. So it is time. Tomaz says, love your content. RE2 OG, best game ever. Hell yeah. Nightmare Before Christmas makes you think of both Halloween and Christmas. Love that movie. That is a great movie. It's classic. Great soundtrack. Yo, Topher, I agree, man. I don't know why they wouldn't drop this in October on the PS1 store. You know, on the PS5 rather. Yeah, again, the lack of stuff they have on there just blows my mind. I don't get it. But it's on the PS3 right now. And I'm getting bit right now. It's great. I've been playing Siphon Filter too, though. I might beat that tonight. Because I'm on like I'm in the New York slums part of the game. So that's like at the end, and I'm gonna get my platinum. Game Pass, PlayStation Plus over PlayStation Plus. Yeah, I mean, like, look, Game Pass doesn't have, like, Game Pass has good stuff on it. Obviously, they could have way less indie games and shit like that. But the PlayStation service, I feel like, is kind of undercooked and underbaked for sure. But I think it's much more of a better deal because you do get full games on there that, you know, again, are also day and date too. A lot of times, something that PlayStation is not doing at the moment. What are your thoughts on the Max Payne remake, says Harley? I'm so fucking excited. Dude, I cannot wait. I am so stoked. But there hasn't been any updates on them, so I think they're just working on them. So we'll see. Nick says a lot of people forget about Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow. That movie is fire. That reminds me of early, like late 90s, early 2000s. Like that really does just bring me back to that time, that movie. That was in, I remember seeing that in the video store. It would always, everyone had that. You know, I feel like everyone bought that or owned that, you know? Yeah, that was always around. Good movie, though. It's been a while since I've actually watched that. I might have to throw that on this year. But yeah, I'm a big Max Payne fan, a huge Max Payne fan. In fact, my first fan film ever was a Max Payne fan film. It wasn't very good, but, you know, it existed. So, but I love Max Payne. I can't wait for the remakes. Hopefully they're great, you know? I don't know if this room is even worth it, but we'll see. Some people didn't like Friday the 13th, 2009. Hocus Pocus 2. The trailer looked pretty interesting. I guess it comes out Friday. I'm going to be away at Monster Mania this weekend, but maybe I can watch it somehow. Might be able to download it or something before we leave. Ever watched the Friday the 13th fan films? I've watched Never Hike Alone. I've seen that, and that was really good. I don't see all of them. I didn't see a lot. Even the Halloween ones, I didn't even really watch a lot of them because I just wanted to kind of like, you know, I saw some stuff, but the Friday the 13th 2009 though, to answer that anime fan, like people not liking it, I didn't think it was that bad of a remake. It wasn't perfect, but did I like Max Payne 3? I actually did. I actually really like Max Payne 3. I know the writers changed. I know they changed, but I thought Max Payne 3 was a great continuation. I thought they put the character where he really could have ended up. I mean, where could he really go after 2, you know, without it being too forced? And I think they did a pretty good job, to be honest. Can't believe they made another Halloween film. Yeah, well, they shot them pretty close to each other, so it is back. And I'm going in completely blind. Like I said, I only saw the real early teaser where it was like 30 seconds long. But yeah, some Max Payne fans hate 3. I love all the games. I know, man. I know the brawny. I feel like it does go that way with Max Payne fans. Like, they do not like that. But I don't know. The health soundtrack with Max Payne 3 was solid. I mean, that was just a great era, I think, for them. Gary Garcia, what's going on, guys? What's up, everyone in the chat? Thanks for coming out. Really appreciate it. As we make our way through a casual playthrough of RE2. Yeah, in terms of gameplay back, and that's what I'm saying. If they make the Max Payne 1 and 2 gameplay like 3, that's going to be so good. I mean, I love the gameplay in 1 and 2, but if they're going to make them more like, you know, uniform with the remakes, because that's the time to do it, you know? I think they'll do a full-on motion liquor sandwich. I think they might. I don't think they'll do the comic book style, even though I think that is cool. That was obviously there for the graphic limitation, kind of like the door animations, like in RE right here. So I think they'll probably change that, but it won't be a change I'll be so gutted about. As long as the gameplay is solid and the remake stayed pretty true with making those necessary changes, like I mentioned. Look, I'm not gonna try to get like, you know, I don't want people to hate me when I say that I like, even if Callie was here, she'd be like, oh, what? but I like Hocus Pocus. But I don't see it as like this top Halloween film. Like I'm sorry, but it's good, and I like it, and I guess there's a sequel years later for, you know, just for the sake of Disney trying to cash in, but I don't know if is it really like one of the top like Halloween films of all time? Like, no, I just don't think so. But that's just my opinion. It's fine. It's okay, you know. It's all right. People are excited for Deadpool 3 in the chat. A bonus unlock for those kind of cutscenes. Yeah, that'd be cool. Or for like an Easter egg kind of deal. Halloween 1 is one of my top ones. Yeah, Halloween 1 is just like, I mean, that's my favorite film of all time. But yeah, that's just, I think Halloween 1 and 2 are just great side by side too. I always liked the continuation of 2 right after 1. I kind of wish they never kind of like, you know, retcon 2. I know like he burns to death at the end of 2 or whatever, but it would have been cool if they kept that canon. But I mean, in reality, it's just not canon to this new Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends trilogy. The Blumhouse trilogy, if you want to call it that. So. Rated R content on Disney Plus. Yeah, I know they bring that in. The Punisher, too. Paranormal Activity, I like the first one, and I like the third one. The second one was and then after that, it just kind of got repetitive, and it kind of blended together. So, I don't know. Damn, Asai. Well, I hope that it's worth it. I will be checking it out, you know, when it comes out, and you know, check out my Halloween short film coming out Friday on my YouTube channel and all that good stuff. So, it takes place between Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills. Daredevil is on Disney Plus along with The Defenders and Punisher, right? Is Punisher on there? Punisher should be on there. Anyway. I'm going to grab a drink, though. 1 second. Is my short film Xbox Goes to Hell? No, it's not. It's not. But that, don't worry. Again, me, Perry, and Frank are gonna work something out where we start, you know, getting these ideas together, and it's something's gonna happen. Don't worry. Xbox Goes to Hell. final Friday. This time, Phil Spencer gets his. That's not what I wanted, but alright. This time, Leon gets chomped on by zombies. What's up, Kay? Hope you're well. Good to see you. Thank you for being a YouTube member still. And still supporting the channel. What's up? I'm not worried, just messing. No, I know. I know. But I'm happy that you listen to us talk about those ideas on the show, because that's where a lot of good ideas come from, you know, so. Second favorite original, yep. Yeah, I figured I would play it for the week of, you know, this is the week of Raccoon City's destruction, so we might as well celebrate and play the trilogy. Celebrate the trilogy, you know? This time, Phil Spencer doesn't get a pass. Yeah, I like that. Oh, you divers. Did I ever see Train to Busan? I have. It's pretty good. I actually really like that movie. Bum. Hashtag never forget Raccoon City. Our hearts go out to those poor civilians of Raccoon City. I missed that in the remake. The zombies don't really moan; they just shriek whenever they're about to attack. Yeah, they definitely still made them terrifying. You know, I would definitely say they made the zombies a lot more aggressive. The way they can grab you and take you down, that in and of itself, I think, you know, kind of works very well. Wow, we got another 999 super chat from Cooper.
Let's try.
Levesque.
Ready, start.
Hope I said that right. It says, hi, Anthony. I was wondering if you have any advice on how a new fan like me, who has played Remake 1 and 2 and also RE7 and 8, could get into the older games and play with fixed camera angles. Well, you played Remake 1 and 2, so I would say Remake 1 is probably the best kind of way that these are going to play as far as controls. Now, if you played one remake with the alternative controls, that gave you an option to kind of have a rotation that wasn't so tanky. But if you play the original games, you're going to realize that the controls are very different and you are going to have to get used to them. But my advice would be, you know, definitely play, you know, play the original trilogy, and to get into fixed camera angles. You know, Remake 1, I think, is your best, you know, way to kind of get used to it a little bit. And then I would say you can go and play, you know, Resident Evil 2 original, like I'm playing right here, Resident Evil 3 original, and obviously Resident Evil 1. I think you should play all the original ones. I meant Remake 3, not 1. Oh, okay, you meant Remake 3 and not 1. Well, then you got to play Remake 1. Resident Evil Remake 2002, which is Remake 1, which was ported, you know, multiple times. The first remake is my favorite remake. It's still my favorite out of all the remakes we've gotten, and that's just coming from a Resident Evil fan to another. But I think that's the best gateway into the old style is remake. So play that, and if you like that, then go further and play the original 2 and 3. That's what I would say. All right, I gotta go in the basement now. Grab this though, and the first aid spray. I did not see the new Deadpool trailer. Okay, I did not. Frank Castle is on Disney Plus finally, because I know it was taken off Netflix. So. Bastards. Did you do a Resident Evil 2 remake PS4 yet for your channel, Anthony? Haven't turned in a while, but I love you guys and your channel. Daniel, I actually just did a whole PS5 playthrough of Resident Evil 2, and I just finished it yesterday, actually. I finally got all the trophies. So, yeah, I never did it. I mean, I did it on PS4 back in 2019. Not all the trophies, but I played through it on PS4, and then I played through the PS5 edition in the summer. So go back on the live stream playlist. You'll see them there. Or the Summer of RE that I did. It's in there. What's the new horror movie in the world of X about the girl butchering everybody? Oh, Pearl. Yeah, that is a great movie. I would definitely check it out. It's definitely up there with my favorite horror thriller this year. It's not like the best thing ever. It's not like the best horror film ever. But as far as like a year of horror, and I haven't seen Halloween yet, I would say that this is definitely one of the better ones. And it's more low-key. It's not what you would expect with X, but it does fit in that universe very well. And I was definitely a fan. So. Exactly, Harley. That's why RE1 Remake is my favorite. Yeah, that should be coming out pretty soon. I know it was in theater. It's, you know, just like X, it was in theaters for a limited time. You know, so I think that it'll come out soon. One doggo down. Deadpool is back. Damn, Deadpool's making the hype tonight. Do you think Constantine should throw in the towel with the live-action Ari films? Yeah, I think they should give it a break. I think they should really give it a break. To be honest, man. But you know them. They're probably not going to. But in my opinion, they should give it a break. But that's just me. Silent Night, Deadly Night is a great horror film. Turn it on the power. Garbage Day. Yeah, that's Silent Night, Deadly Night too. Can't forget that. Which has a lot of scenes from the first one in it, so it's kind of like a greatest hits of all these stuff in the first one. Thanks, Ada. Sure, I'll help you push, whatever. Brian says, I know it's been said already, but a Code Veronica remake, I hope it happens, but Capcom hasn't announced it. Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of what most people wanted from the start, but they're going in this RE4 direction, so we'll see where it takes us.
Ada, wait!
Everyone wants Code Veronicas from the fans, but like I said, RE4 makes the moolah for them. There's Ben.
Let me guess. You must be Ben, right? Get up, now!
What do you want?
I never
Try
played
to sleep
Daymare.
here.
Is this the guy?
Ben, you told the city officials that you knew something.
What's
about
been going
what's
on
been
here? Harley says, do you think it's tough to make a great Superman game? Where's Andrew with the Superman 64 comments? Or do you think WB and DC are lazy somewhat? I don't know. I think some of their properties, they are kind of out of whack. Like, I feel like the between the movies and the gaming stuff, I feel like there's always a disconnect somewhere. Some work and some don't, right? So they definitely aren't the most consistent, as much as I love Batman and a lot of stuff in that universe. But we shall see. And the spiders. Where in the hell is Mortal Kombat these days? What do you mean, as far as, well, they're already making another film, and I know that they, you know, I know they're still supporting the last game with a bunch of stuff, but, or at least I thought. Tekken's coming out. Tekken, right? As Michelle Rodriguez says. Where's Tekken? Where's Tekken when you need it? Yeah, Tekken 8 looked really good. That's true, Axel, but you know, that's the thing. Like that was kind of like the one thing me and John were talking about when in our Village review, is that like that time jump is very drastic, but it depends on if they go back and explain more what happens within that, you know what I mean? Oh, new Mortal Kombat animated movie coming out. Well, there you go. Pizza Face has it. He has the news down pat. My favorite save room theme is probably RE1 original, or RE2, RE3. Like it's between those, honestly. So many good ones. The Code Veronica one's amazing. The RE0 one's great. Even the remake 1. His soul floated up to heaven, and he's got his magnum if Barry dies, says Axel. Well, that's sad. Well, hopefully, you know, that doesn't happen, but we'll see.
Ada? I don't think I've introduced myself yet. My name's Leon. I'm with the RPD.
Nick watched the
It's a dead end.
Return to Oz, sequel to Wizard of Oz, and it's dark. There's a part where a woman takes her head off
You
and
think we
switches
get
it with the other
upstairs
head. I'm
to-
like, the fuck? Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that. But it doesn't surprise me if it was darker. They're like, yeah, you know what? Fuck these guys. We're gonna make it dark. Yeah, even Pizza Face says Return to Oz is terrifying. Damn. They went hardcore with it, right? Seems that way. Harley misses playing games like this, but like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro Trilogy. Oh yeah, those are also added to my stockpile of PS1 games that I played. Axel, I wouldn't be surprised if Zoe doesn't become a villain in the future RE games because of all of her family being dead because of Mia. Yeah, there's definitely things they could even continue or never continue. Like they do with a lot of their stories in the past games, you know what I mean? Especially the Wheelers. You should watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it this season, and I'm gonna have to put that on the list. I try to start watching the horror stuff or the Halloween type stuff now, because especially over here in Jersey when it gets like really cold, as soon as the weather breaks and it's like hoodie weather, you just get in the mood to get a pumpkin pie and put on a movie or something, you know what I mean? I'm already going to be putting up the decorations and stuff, tomorrow. It's going to be a good season. It's going to be a good season. Hopefully, and it will lead us to all the way to Resident Evil Village Gold Edition. So we'll see how the hell that ends up. Mia never gets any repercussions for anything she did. That's true. Better than being poisoned. What the fuck? Oh my god, that's awful. New Jersey has the best hot dogs. Is that really? Do we? I guess. Harley says other games on PS1 like Parasite Eve, Galarians, Nightmare Creatures, Driver, Thrasher Skate, and Destroy, and Frogger were awesome too. Those are some great titles, man. A lot of them too, like I always have a nostalgia with the demo disc era and like playing a lot of stuff on demo discs, because a lot of the games that like, you couldn't always afford to get or rent or whatever, you would check them out there, You go to any Yankee games? I have before. I was trying to go with my family before the month's up, or the fall season, but it just didn't work out with the schedule that I got coming up, where it's really busy with everything coming up. So I didn't get a chance to go this year. It's been a few years, but I have been to a Yankees game, and I do like going to baseball games, I think, over watching them, because I think it's definitely a lot better. But I'm not too far from New York City, so it's, a couple-hour drive. The Thing on PS2, always possible, man. Always possible. Whew. Your threats to Mia Axel were hilarious. Nice. Nightmare mode is hard. Nightmare mode is a challenge. That's what I was trying to play tonight, but it just didn't work out. I'm gonna have to get new memory cards for the Dreamcast and save that for another time. I've done Nightmare mode a couple times on the channel before, and it's always been fun. I've done it by myself. I've done it with John. It's made for some great holy shit moments, you know, for sure. Hope the collector's edition is dope. Yeah, man, I'm hoping by the Resident Evil Showcase next month that we get some kind of collector's edition pre-order for RE4. I'm sure it will be a GameStop exclusive, you know. So get your GameStop accounts ready, get your profiles hooked up, get your card info in there, and do what you gotta do. It's funny because I was talking to JJ from Residence of Evil. I was talking to him about like choosing between the Callisto Protocol Collector's Edition and the and the Resident Evil 4. I'm like, I just had to do RE4 by default. Like, I want that Leon statue. Like, I won't forgive myself if I don't get it. You know what I mean? Because like they were both available, obviously, and it was just like, oh man. Oh, I love to get RE2 for Dreamcast, but it's at least $140 just for the disc. That's crazy. So I only spent like $30-ish a few years ago. Well, not a few years ago. I would say like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, but that's insane of how fast that climbed. What if it's a Salvador statue? That would be cool. That would be cool. I think we talked about that too. Like, that would be also like a really cool thing. Yeah, getting all the RE ports nowadays is a little pricey. If, like I said, I think I mentioned this before. Like, if I didn't get them when I did, I would be, you know, not a happy camper. Well, that's for sure. Or I would definitely be a lot more behind in terms of getting this stuff, or being where I'm at in the collection, which is still not even a notch in what some people have, but in terms of ports and imports and stuff like that. Harley, that would be amazing. That could be a short film in and of itself. But they'll also be on PC too, so you got to remember that a big Microsoft logo will come and the tiers will form. There we go. I want the GameCube version, but I don't need it. I've got both versions on PS1 and 64 in the box, but I still look out for a solid price for it. Yeah, that's really the big thing with those expensive items, is just waiting to find it for a good deal, or if you do find it out and about, you know, that isn't being crazy, you know, gouged or eBay prices. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. We've all had to, you know, bite the bullet on some things because we just know it's not going to get cheaper. Shane Goggin with the 10 pounds says, great nostalgia, dude. First played this on the Pentium PC years ago. Wow, that's awesome. That's a throwback. Then on GameCube, and more recently PS version on emulation.
I just
handhelds.
joined the
Still
S.T.A.R.S
have my
Bravo
GameCube
team
version in
last month.
storage and tempted to get it out and try it again. Hell yeah, man. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, man, I love bringing out the old, you know, playing these on like the consoles and playing it, bringing them out in the collection. It's always nice to blow the dust off the consoles and get them hooked up and play them here for you guys. And that's just the way it is. We just love the nostalgia and going back and playing all the different ports. And I kind of have memories with each different port. You know, obviously the PS1 always comes first, but then as I got older and we had the other consoles in the house, you know, I kept adding, you know. So like this, obviously, I got this port in 2009, so it kind of brings me back to that time playing that, you know. So all different eras of Resident Evil. The Dreamcast ones I remember seeing in GameStop in like a bin in the center of a store, and me and my brother were looking through the games, and I remember seeing RE2 and 3, and I was like, wow, this is for Dreamcast? Like, what's the difference, you know? And I didn't know. You know, you had no concept of like what that difference would be. You know, the Dreamcast obviously looked better, so that's kind of what I thought the first thing, but I remember seeing the back cover and the back images were different. I thought that was really cool. They used different images on the back of the case. So I remember that, and then I remember I bought Resident Evil 3 on GameCube in probably the mid-2000s. It was, sorry for the yawn. It was still $40 at GameStop, and I remember my dad was like, don't you already have this game? And actually, one of the first ports that I had on the RE3 was the PC edition, which to this day, I'm still kicking myself for not knowing where that big box is, because it's worth a lot of money. But let's see. That was in 2001. 2001, 2002, I got the PC edition of RE3, and I remember just how amazing it looked. And I played the shit out of that on our Windows XP Dell computer. I still have that disc to this day, but I don't have the original case, but I still have it, hang on to it. It's still precious to me. And then I ended up getting the GameCube edition and stuff like that later on, kind of opening me up to the differences in each one. Harley says, you gotta admit that the original Xbox had classics like Halo 1 and 2, Max Payne 1 and 2, Ninja Gaiden, Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, Half-Life, and Doom. Oh, yeah, man. I love the original Xbox. Those are just a great... between that and the 360, just amazing generations and consoles. The 360 was a powerhouse. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It was killer. It was a killer gen. And Ben's a dead man. Yeah, I remember me and my brother coming home from getting Code Veronica and popping that in the Dreamcast, and that was like, you know, that was it looked so crazy, you know? Remember how Ben died in Welcome to Raccoon City? Yeah. Oh, I remember. Don't remind me. It's a pattern with every generation. I know, it really does. It goes back and forth. Ah, you fuck. You got me. Did you like Alan Wake? I actually did. I never actually finished the game though, but I did like what I played back on the 360. So again, that's another thing I'd like to stream, or especially because the second one is coming out, and that's even more survival horror. So that's going to be very, very interesting. See how that unfolds. See where they take that. Peter Jackson's King Kong. Yeah, that was a really good game. What do you think is the length the RE4 needs to be? I don't know, man. I really couldn't tell you the exact length. I mean, I would like it to be similar length to how it was, just rearrange the island a little bit a little bit more, you know what I mean? Maybe switch around the pacing of some of the boss fights where they're introduced.
What was that all about?
Reckless
Running
and
off
stupid.
Like that was reckless and stupid. Those zombies are everywhere. Not to mention that thing that got Ben.
I was there, Leon. I know.
Look, Ada. As an officer, it's my job to look out for you. But we're not going to get through this alive if we don't work together. Okay?
All right. We'll do this your way.
For now. Into the sewers we go. With OHB, RE4 should be 20 to 25 hours in my opinion. The game that's comparable to MGS3. Mario's like long as fuck. 20 hours? I mean, look, I think obviously all Resident Evils can be trimmed down depending on playstyle and time, but you know, I don't know. Could work, could not. Do you need the valve handle? Yeah, right, we'll go down. Get all the goodies. Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth. It's fucking trippy game, and it's a good one. I've never played that. Milfman wants that Code Veronica. He's like, take my money. A lot of people throw money at that thing, man. Without a doubt. That's with Separate Ways campaign included. It would be cool to actually play as Wesker in the remake, but with his own campaign as well, or as Krauser. Well, I wouldn't mind them bringing separate ways. I don't know if I'd want it to be all in one, but I would like to have them to have that side story in there, definitely. I'd like them to keep with that in some way. RE showcases are usually on the 15th, so October, hopefully it'll be then. I would say it's usually during the week, so it could be the 13th or the 14th. They usually don't have them on Saturdays, and that's the 15th on a Saturday.
I have to talk to her.
We need a remake of Eternal Darkness. Love that game on GameCube. Yeah, that was a fun game. I did feature that on the channel way back when. I know, Resident Dr. Evil. I don't know why they don't bring all the REs on there. I really don't know why. RE9 being co-op? Milfman? I don't know. Who knows if they'll ever go back to the co-op thing again. That was something me and Andy were kind of talking about, like if they were to do that again on not just like a mini game, but like on the main game type deal. Taz the Gamer says, I love this game. I used to play it all the time. We'll let this cutscene play just because it's badass. I have a copy of Eternal Darkness as well. It's very expensive. Sheer perfection.
My precious G-Virus. No one will ever take you away from me.
There he is.
So you finally come.
Doctor, we're here to collect the G-Virus sample.
Sorry, but I won't just hand over my life's work.
Stop. You might hit the sample.
Shout out to Perry doing that in the Terminator 2 screening. Oh!
William. Oh my. Hold on, darling.
I mean, Jurassic Park survival horror game is Dino Crisis, Harley.
Stay here.
$50 at 2019 Miami Comic-Con. That is not bad, Patriot, for Eternal Darkness. But you retracted it. But I read it.
Roger.
Are you telling me that he injected the G-Virus into his own body?
The G-Virus has the ability to revitalize cellular functions.
What was that? Something's wrong. Let's check it out. Over there. Shoot it! Eat this, you freak! I'm stopping it! What is this thing? Hurry! What is this thing? Fire! Fire! Son of a...
Dunsky.
So those rats...
This is on GameCube. Tomaz, I would say Jill. I would say Jilly. Always and forever. Playing this on the Gamecube. Which should be the 2003 port. You play Taz the Gamer played on N64. I do love the N64. A legit open world Jurassic Park game. That's what Harley wants. Yeah, I mean it could happen nowadays. Nick got rid of his PS1 copy of Clock Tower over a year ago. I wish I didn't. I got $100 for it, but it's a collectible. Yeah, that is a rare one, that's for sure. I have the valve with me, so we're good on that. I really wish they did for October, man. It's just so weird they didn't. What's up, Darcy? Welcome back. That they didn't add any of the stuff they already have on the PS3 store on that fucking thing, man. It sucks they also, like, I'm happy Siphon Filter got trophy support and everything like that, but Resident Evil Director's Cut should have got trophy support, especially when they lock it behind the service, which I thought was really dumb. Because Siphon Filter 1 and 2, I was able to just reinstall and download. And it's like, I don't know. The fact that you're making me sign up for the service just to play it. Because the other PS1 games that I already bought on my PS3 account, which is obviously the same as my current PSN account, can all just be downloaded, no problem. So I just think that, like, Xbox definitely has it when it comes to backwards compatible with your legacy stuff, and it just works. You know what I mean? You know, using your old discs, putting them in, and they work. Like, that's cool. I can take my disc from 2001 Xbox original copy, and it'll work. And that's what I wish I could do with the Sony stuff. And what's kind of makes me upset is the fact that you can play Resident Evil 2 and 3 and Dino Crisis 1 and 2 and obviously Director's Cut right now on the PS3. You can go in the store right now on a legit PS3 and buy them and play them. It's like they're already on the store. They can just bring them over. And I know people will say, oh, well, the companies, and it's like bullshit. Like, this shit should have been in negotiation and down pat way before they launched this PlayStation subscription service and raised the prices. This shit should have been already figured out. It should have been. Because fans like yourself and everyone in the chat wants to be able to play these games without a problem, you know? But, I don't know. Yeah, Resident Dr. Evil says, I'd buy the RE games on PS5 if they let us. It's stupid. That's what I'm saying. Like, people will buy them all over again if they could just play them in one spot and have them digital in one little thing and one console and not have to hook up a bunch of consoles. The GameCube version actually only has one disc, Darcy. They fit them all in one disc. The GameCube version is great on this game. You can skip a lot of the cutscenes. The load times are quick. It's very snappy and smooth. Very similar to the Dreamcast version. It's got the extreme battle mode, which is always nice. Yeah, exactly, Resident Dr. Evil. Just keeping your old library is nice, especially when it's honored. I don't know why they hate easy money. Like, Siphon Filter, like, 1, 2, and 3, let's be honest. Like, that should have just been on there from the start. I know they put out 1 in June, and now they put out 2 in September, and maybe they'll put out 3, and the other ones... But it's like, why? Like, just put them all out now. You can play them right now on the PS1, you know?
Leon.
This bullet wound isn't making things any
A Green
easier.
Arrow game, a Green Lantern. I'm not too big a fan of those properties, Harley, but... I'm sure DC needs to up their game, literally, on their games.
That's 2 I owe you.
Don't mention it.
I just found out. John's dead.
What?
What?
You're single now?
Never mind.
Let's just get out of here. The sooner the better.
MechAssault game. Yeah, I was talking about not MechAssault specifically, but I was talking about with Dave Armored Core, bringing that back, you know. Oh, duh. What am I doing? The Dreamcast Leon character model is full of jaggy and pixels, just like the PS1 version. With that hardware, I'd expect no pixels and jaggies on the Dreamcast. The GameCube version looks smooth. Yeah, they definitely do look a little bit different, you know, in comparison. But the Dreamcast does run really smooth, and the backgrounds look great. You know, the models still don't look too bad. Obviously, the PC version is kind of what the Dreamcast tries to emulate, and same thing with this. You know, it's closer to how smooth the PC version is. I would say the Dreamcast version looks better than the N64, Darcy. At least I think so. I mean, it looks pretty smooth over the N64. I do like the N64 version, but I think visually Dreamcast takes it. Before getting poisoned, that'd be great. Thank you, Nick, for another donation. With says great stream and conversation as always on LTRE. Well, thanks, man. Really appreciate the love and support this evening, guys. Thank you. Yeah, N64 had some killer games.
Most of these medicines are from Umbrella.
Day's going good, Darcy. Hope yours is going well. Manuel, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Playing some old school RE2 on a Nintendo GameCube today. Playing my OG GameCube copy. And we made it. What the hell? Did you hear that? That door made a different door type sound. That was not supposed to make that sound. What the hell? That was definitely a sound effect glitch. Do you guys hear that? It made that little click clack of the doorknob. Let's do it again. No. Wow. That was funny. Wooden door on the train? Yeah, that's so funny. That's never happened to me before. What the hell? Alright. Well, let's go back now. I was trying to re-emulate that and it didn't work. Yeah, it was like wooden door on the train. Wow, that was hilarious. I was like, hold on. Insert wrong sound cue here, right? Down in Ada, kicking ass. And the diver missed. You diver, you. I don't know if this specific track was in RE 1.5, but they had a lot of similar sounding tracks. Like ambient sounds and... sounded creepy. Yeah, that would have been funny, right? He says, sorry about that, babe, and it's just Leon sitting there, what? It was in 1.5. It was in 1.5. It played in the police station. Oh, okay. Yeah, because it sounded similar, but I don't know if it was the exact same track, but there you go. I think 1.5 had great things going for it, too. I like that era. I like the history of RE2. It's all part of it. But yeah, I'm curious to see, you know, like, how people kind of, like, I guess go back and talk about that part in Resident Evil history, right? Because it's like what we never got. We got the C shotgun. Take care, Harley. You have a good one. You take care now. Yeah, I remember the day it leaked. I remember when that came out, and I remember I played it. I attempted to do a video of it on the channel way back then, because I was doing Let's Plays and, you know, in like the old school style where it was just audio and stuff like that. And yeah, I didn't cover it like I should have. Again, back then, I should have did a better job at covering it right when it dropped, because that would have helped back in the day. That was at the early build, though. That was also like the build that was kind of like very minimal, and then I know like more and more kind of came out after the fact. But yeah, I remember when it first dropped, it would have been cool to cover it and talk about it, but I unfortunately did not. I was making content back then, but I just wasn't very smart about jumping on trends, which kind of prevented growth for many years, and, you know, kind of like trying to strike while the iron's hot so much, so to speak, instead of like, you know, yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, I know, right, Nick? That's wishful thinking, though. I think the final version was finished by fans. I think they just put text and did what they could do without the audio. I think they might have finished it that way, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I like about the GameCube. You could just skip all that crap. And 8 is on the floor, just like that. Alright. Time to fight this asshole. Go. Enough magnums to take down that form Birkin. The GameCube version looks awesome, LOL. Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's cool. And I like kind of showing it in its natural form, too. Because obviously the HD Dolphin mod that everyone streams and runs, and I've played on this channel, looks a lot better. Because they use the GameCube version as like a foundation for that, and then improved on it, which is cool. But this just running on the GameCube still looks killer. And it sounds great too, like the sound's awesome, you know. It's very clear.
Welcome back.
Besides the weird wooden door sound opening.
Hey, take it easy. We're inside Umbrella's secret lab. I'll go find something to treat that wound, so just rest here in the
Nothing could go wrong. Get back our shoddy a little bit. There we go, we're replenishing on all the crap here. Soundtrack is just so good. So good, so classic. And we're in the final part of the game, Bulls. Just like that. The secret room in the lab is on this, right? I think so. port this. I'd kill for them to port this on modern consoles. Yeah, man. SIB, just like we were saying, man. Like, they have it. They can just put it on. They just only have Director's Cut for some reason. It's like putting 2 on and 3 for October would be just so killer. So killer. And we have power. Let there be light. I know it's the N64 version and it's copied something from this. Oh, it's in the N60. Oh, you mean the actual lab room? Yeah. Ugh. Got him. Got the shoddy stash. Hell yeah. Got it. Out of my way. Yeah, the 720p HD 2011 version of Code Veronica does work on the Xbox Series, which is nice. It's not the PS2 or a streamed PS3 version. Oh yeah, it does, Nick. It does. It definitely looks like a big wall puss for sure. Okay. Thank God we got the shotties. Alright, clear them out. The shotgun's powerful. It's a powerful shotgun, especially against living things. Now we gotta deal with the naked zombies in here. Alright, I should actually grab the key. So I think I have to use it on the locker. it's guessed in this. I think it's Nemesis in the... It might be in the N64 version, I think. There we go. I know I didn't get the Matilda attachments in this, so this should make up for it. Just pulled it off their torso. It's crazy. Got the Umbrella Lab card. All right. Liquor Sandwich says, I'm almost finished with Last of Us 2, and I'm liking it more than I thought I would. Yeah, man. That's all good. It definitely... I still gotta beat it a second time. I've only beat it once. But... I like the first one significantly better as far as the writing. Obviously, the gameplay was great in Last of Us 2, but I don't know. Maybe if I play it again, I'll come around to some things that they did, but I don't know. Didn't leave the greatest impression with me. But to each their own. Yeah, the pacing into is pretty wild. It's a long game too. It's twice as long as the first game. Yeah, great track, Chris Kennedy. All right. You.
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Classic self-destruct sequence.
Leon. I've been waiting for you, Leon.
What are you doing?
You know what this is about. So just hand over the G virus.
I don't believe this. Annette was right. About everything.
That That's why I told you to leave without me, but you wouldn't listen. Now hand it over. Don't make me shoot you.
You can't do that. Ada.
Ada! Ada, I've got you. Don't give up.
The G virus.
Leon, it's over. Just let me go.
Shut up.
You're gonna make it.
It's too late, Leon. We both know it.
No! I promised you that we would escape. You just have to help me out here.
I really wanted to escape with you, Leon. Escape from everything.
Until RE4. Ugh.
Ada! No. So, this is what everyone's been dying for.
Ada! Classic. I love little throw off sound. Ready to finish this. How she survived that fall, we will never know. I know, Josh Joseph. Some gaming mystery magic right there. Classic score is right. Never gets old. That was a rookie mistake. And just for that, your bitch ass. Go to the item box real quick. And take out Birkin once and for all. Let's do this. Just about 2 pounds of Wesker protein shake powder. Oh yeah. It's time. Now the dog form. Thank you, Nick, for the $5 super chat.
I just joined the S.T.A.R.S Bravo team last month.
The muscle milk protein powder. That should be the Wesker protein or the Chris protein. Either one. Whew. Come on. Let's get it. Love the credit music on the piano. Woo! Nostalgia at its best. Thank you, Nick. Hell yeah, nothing like a good protein shake. I agree, Chris Kennedy. I agree. Hell yeah. It's like Wesker G Fuel or something. Not yet. There we go.
Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine.
It's over.
No. I have to find my brother.
You're right.
This is just the beginning.
This is just the beginning.
Thanks for correcting me, Claire. I appreciate it.
Goodbye, Ada.
And that is Leon A on GameCube. This is Leon A, not the second scenario. Leon A won the poll. I think it was Claire B that was second, or Claire A that was second, but just wanted to get a classic RE2 playthrough in tonight for you guys. Keeping it nostalgia, keeping it classic on the GameCube. He looks like a robot in the last shot. I know, he really does. He's like, goodbye, Ada. But yes. What's that? I own the Dreamcast version. So do I. I got that right over there. That's what we were going to be playing today, but looks like my VMU has to be updated. Another great track, though, for the credits. Rest in peace, Paul Haddad. Yeah, absolutely. The OG Leon from RE2. Claire B I find harder than A. I agree, Nick. I agree. Dun, dun, dun. Such a good song. Resident Evil 2. All right. See our results. There we go. ranking A. 2 hours 15 for number save 0. Not too bad, considering we're just playing casually and shooting the shit with the chat, which is always fun. Thank you guys for coming out. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on all the socials. You know, LTRE is on everything. The LTRE on Discord. Got Patreon, YouTube members, all that good stuff. Tomorrow night, I will be dropping my brand new short film, which will be dropping early for everyone. So on the YouTube members and Patreon, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned tomorrow, where I'm going to be doing another little live stream for you guys. Probably going to be playing some RE3 on Gamecube to kind of follow this up. And I'll probably be doing a little live hangout on Thursday before I leave for the weekend to do some convention working. And yes, so yeah, that's going to be the week lined up, and I drop my short film on Friday. So you guys that support me will be getting to check it out a little bit early. So, and that's for all the love and support going forward, and all in the past and present, future, for everything. So thank you guys, and have a great night.